Hey guys, Rip Fletching here. Never mind all the mess I've got. I don't know if I'm in the picture or not. You guys probably don't want to look at me anyway. I'm going to show you kind of, you guys know I shoot Turbonocks a lot. I really like that product. I'll show you how I put them on and some of the things I do. So first of all, when I've got to fletch this arrow up. So when I'm fletching up a shaft, I don't typically use a Turbonock to fletch up my shaft. And the reason is this particular, it's not that great of a fletching device, but it doesn't want to hold the Turbonocks very well. They're designed to spin the shaft and they just don't do well. So what I do when I'm fletching up is I'll just take a standard nock, pop on the arrow shaft, and then kind of go from there. But let's go ahead and fletch one up. Kind of go over, let me get my trash box here, and I guess we don't have anything but time, or we wouldn't be making a video anyway, so kind of show you what I do. I've got some different things here. Let me see if I can find, I guess I should have got some of this stuff prepped up a little bit for the video, but I've been ice fishing all day. And here we go, sort. All right, so first thing is I do, this has been fletched before, so I'm gonna get some of the glue off of it. Just with a cheapo knife. And this also helps prep the surface a little bit, but I'll show you what else I do to prep the surface. And there's several ways you can do that. Now, I actually take a little sanding block and just give it a little bit of roughing up. That's about all it takes. And wipe her down. All right. I put on my fletching jig, I put some red dots, so I always start from the same spot. I don't accidentally, put something on there and forget to put it back where I wanted to, or if I have a problem with one, I take it off and I have to go back to it. I know exactly where I'm going to, how to get it right back to where I want it to be. Okay, let's see, let's do 2 whites and a pink today. And if you watched my other videos on how to cut my feathers, you can go to my Rip Fletching on YouTube, the one you're on now, and I've got a video on how I cut my feathers. And in doing so, I get a lot more arrow speed. My feathers contour better. They're a much thinner profile when I'm done. Basically all positives. I haven't picked up any negatives from it yet. So other than just, the little bit of time it takes to prepare the feathers, and it doesn't take much time. All right. So, and on this particular one, I'm going to use the Crazy Glue brand super glue. Just a little, drop it. Sorry, it was like 20 below zero wind chill factor. We had 70-mile-an-hour winds today fishing, so we'll be using this applicator today. So my voice is a little more gruff maybe than normal. All right, let's shoot a bead on this real quick. I really like this little applicator. And I'll show you another reason I like this Crazy Glue. Just the cheap super glue. Okay, pin her down. I like to hold pressure on it. Doesn't take long. So we'll just call it right there, probably about 20 seconds, I guess. And that one is on. How nice. Now when I put a feather on, I like to touch the right at the tip, make sure that's down. All right. Let's put one more on. I love coming in after a long day of work or something, you know, or if you're stressed out, come in and work on bow, you know, archery stuff, or go shoot my bow, or fletch up some arrows, or it's fun to me. I don't use many, you know, bow shops for much stuff. I like to do it myself, get some enjoyment out of it. All right, let's put another one on. I got a little bit excess on there. And pin it down. I like to hold that steady pressure for a little bit. Now, I have put on feathers with all kinds of crazy different cements and rubber cement and super glues and all the expensive fletching glues, everything you can think of. You know, they sell it. I've probably used it, but it doesn't have to be that big of a deal. It really doesn't. So, and you see how quick this glue works. Now, the downfall to that, if you make a mistake, you're pretty much, you've lost that fletching. You're gonna have to cut it off, because this crazy glue, it works fast and it isn't coming off. All right, let's do it again. Man, this little applicator goes on so nice. So easy. And I'll show you how to put on a Turbonock here in just a second. Another thing with this, has this little needle that goes down in here, and man, it's sealed. That's it. It's done. Now, I normally go and I'll touch these off at the tips with a drop of super glue. I'll worry with that a little bit later. I want to show you how to put Turbonocks on. And literally, that's probably long enough right there, even though I had too much glue on that one. Yeah, excellent. So just absolutely turned out perfect, just with a cheapo. All right, fletching tool there. Don't ever pull them out with your teeth. So, you guys know the Turbonocks, you really need to glue them in with something. I've put paper as spacers. I've used all kinds of stuff. I've played around with this to get it the way I want it. Now, I know the way I like to have my feathers set, but if you've not set one up before, you'll want to play with it a little bit before you glue it in. But I already know. So, what we're going to do, got my new fletchings on, take some rubber cement. This is so easy. And I put a little rubber cement on this. Doesn't take much, just at the base of it, because when you push it on, it's going to push the glue up onto it. Okay. Now I'm going to put that in, and it slides on so easy. I'm going to make one full twist, and I'm going to rub off the excess. Now, that's literally all there is to it. That baby is ready to go. And when I put that on the string, you know, my string knocks, it's going to be straight up and down the groove. And so I'm a 3 undershooter, but when I draw back, that pink arrow, it's going to come right to my nose, just like this. Finger in the mouth, on the eye tooth, and I am ready. So when you have this regimen that you do it exactly the same way every time, your anchor points, and like I use these as little trigger points, I know exactly where they're going to touch my nose, so everything is going to be duplicated, and it'll really improve your shooting. So anyway, I know that's a very basic, it just spins awesome, very basic video, but I want you to know how I do it. And just another shout out for Turbonock. When I shot competition, I cannot tell you how much, I imagine at least 10 points around, at minimum, I would give to the Turbonock for increasing my score. All right, guys. Catch you later, and like and subscribe. Hopefully my voice will get better soon. Probably if I quit ice fishing in sub-zero, it would help. All right, Lord bless you. Have a good day. We'll get this turned off, and sorry for it being a mess down here. One of these days I'll catch up probably and clean up, but it's real life.